Hi, my name's Daniel, and in this video, we're going to dig back into this Jeep. I've got it running, it won't stay running, but I've got a distributor I'm going to drop in here, and hopefully that'll help that problem. So, let's get started. So, here's the distributor assembly in all its glory. This is, for this 4.2 liter, it is a vacuum advanced distributor assembly. So I will be hooking up a vacuum line here. To remove it, you'll need to remove the cap first. That usually makes your life a lot easier. And the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to take the old cap, plug by plug or wire by wire, spark plug wire by spark plug wire, and connect it on in the same order that's on here, so I don't mess up the order for the firing order. If you do get lost or you do screw up, at least on this vehicle, it's stamped onto the intake manifold, so that makes it kind of nice. So you've got a perfect reference right there. So as long as you know which one's 1 and which one's 6, you're in good shape. And then the only thing else to come out is there is a modified washer, as it were. It's got a fork on it, and it basically presses down on this lip that's right here. And then what it does is it just holds it in there with a little bit of pressure, not much. And there's one bolt. That's all there is. And you just need to be aware that you don't forget this washer and you won't leak any oil. So it's fairly straightforward. So that's really all there is to it. You just need to be careful of your order for firing order. Otherwise, you're going to be fighting timing and try to make sure you have to dig all that back out again. So. Other thing you want to be aware of when you're pulling this out is when you pull this assembly out, be aware of which direction the button is pointing. For this scenario, just when I pulled it out, whatever position, the last position it was when it stopped, mine was pointing to cylinder number 1. So when I pulled it out, I want to make sure that I put the new one in. It's generally in the direction of cylinder number 1. It'll either go in this way or 180 degrees the other direction. And when you lift it out, make your life a little bit easier. When you're lifting it out, it's going to want to rotate because of this helical gear right here. And because of that, as it's being lifted or lift out of the engine or pulled out of the engine, the other gear is remaining stationary. So as it remains stationary, it will want to lift and pull this out. So you want to make sure that when you're going to go put it back in, before it touches the other gear that's down there, that it's in generally the same direction that it was when you pulled this one out. So when it goes in, it'll rotate back into position number 1, or towards cylinder number 1 in my case. And the other thing to be aware of is that looks like a flat blade screwdriver here. And what that is, that actually drives your oil pump. So as this goes down, it'll go here, and it only goes down in 2 ways. It'll go down this way or 180 degrees the other way. It won't start that way. This way it'll run rough, but you'll be able to adjust it with timing. So anyway, those are the only things to be aware of. And once you get it in there, try to put it generally this way, because the shaft will not move, the shaft will not rotate, but everything around it will. So just kind of get it in a general position. Mine was off by a couple degrees, and then that's where your timing is going to take it. You have to do something with your timing, because this will be off, but you can rotate your timing and get it back into position. So you're back the way you need to. I'll do a little research, figure out what the advance needs to be on this for timing, and then after that it'll be a timing light and rotating this. That's all you got to do. So anyway. That's really all I want to do in this video. So I wanted to show removing of the old one and putting the new one in. I'm going to have a dedicated video just to adjusting the timing on this and how I'm going to do that. It's fairly straightforward, but I think it will take enough time just to have a dedicated video to it. And it really doesn't only pertain to this model vehicle, as is putting this in. I've put in the same thing on a 350, a 1994 350 had a distributor as well on it. And I pulled that out, same way, exact same thing, exact same configuration. So it's very, very similar. The only difference, it didn't have a vacuum advance on it, but in essence, it's essentially the same. So, like I said, I'll save the timing to another video. If you enjoy this video, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and you'll get more of these videos. All right, have a good one.